and I couldn't find you. What I found was chaos, and I stuck with it. I got up to the front. I got tear gassed a couple times. Right where those people are standing in the front on that bucket, I was there. I was standing right here where the president gets inaugurated. I was right there.
Isn't this ironic? This is where the president gets inaugurated. We're standing at the very point.
We were right there. It's incredible. So what I think about this,
I'm sad. It's sad because I feel like our country's being ripped away from us.
Because the people here who are breaking windows, I saw when it initially started, classic Antifa, no Trump gear, black stuff, black hoods, had hatchets, had hammers. Patriots don't come to a rally like this today with hatchets and hammers.
So what you're saying right now is the violence that we've seen was really initiated by Antifa, Black Lives Matter type groups.
In my estimation, the window breaking was. But the storming of the Capitol steps, that is not something that I think was initiated by them. What I think we have, unfortunately, is we have a huge amount of people here who support the president and believe that the election was stolen. But there is no consensus as to what the path forward is. Some believe that path is to completely storm. It's just a flashbang, that's all right. Some believe that the correct path is to storm the Capitol, to go inside. I don't agree. I believe it was perfectly appropriate to come as far as we see here, to stop at the doors, to be peaceful, to have a sit-in. I got a cough, hang on. All right, so what we see now, this is the biggest escalation I've seen.
What are they shooting at us?
That's a less than lethal round. Pepper balls. And they're pointing them at the crowd. So I can't advocate for anybody to enter the Capitol. I can't advocate for any type of armed resistance. Peaceful protest is what we should be doing. If we weren't trying to get in and everybody just sat down and occupied this space, they would not be having this type of thing. And one thing I saw is one time they repulsed all the people who were in the little gateway there. I had on a 360 GoPro. I haven't had a chance to look at the footage. But one police officer came out with that crew. He was being pushed out with the scrum.
Okay, but you better.
And I saw him. And
okay. You need to stop and cover your mouth.
No, I'm good.
No, you're not going to be good.
All right. Take a deep breath. Cover. Close your eyes.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Okay, we're gonna walk out of here.
The people don't know.
There's no need for your flashbangs. We're being peaceful, you assholes.
They're trying to scare us! That sounds like they're bombing our country! DC police! They're trying to rush everybody out.
Fight for Trump! 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 We love 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 Trump! Yeah, I got a picture of that guy. That's amazing. Hey,
You fucking pig! Fuck you!
somebody help me move this.
Fuck you guys!
It looks like there's data.
All right, guys, Matt Purdy with Breitbart News. As you can tell, I think I just got a big whiff of, I think it's tear gas, but I'm not sure. Some kind of smoke. I'm gonna stay here as much as I can, guys. See what's going on.
Boy, that's what burned. We took it a lot upstairs.
Whoa! Guys, got something action here. Right here.
They're gonna keep throwing shit.
Whoa! Damn! Oh! Alright guys, do my best to avoid the tear gas. Trying to stick with these most crowded areas. Whoa! Tear gas! Right there, guys! Watch out! Get out of the way! Get out!
The second Civil War is gonna start with you! Somebody asked you to take sides, you shut up and get the fuck out of the way!
Jack, you still there?
Guards inside the Capitol. I believe that's the House floor with their guns drawn on a window. That is not the place to take this, Joe.
Yeah, it's not, and I would have to agree with you. We shouldn't stoop to that level to where we are causing violence, especially on our state capitol. But I'm gonna have to say that this is the fault. This is the fault of the Republican Party. Had the elected officials in the Republican Party actually stood up and actually fought for the American people, I don't think that we would be in this place. We wouldn't be in this predicament. Democrats had this plan for a very long time. They had strategy, and this is something that you know, they wanted to do. They wanted to steal an election from people like myself who ran for office. They wanted to steal the election from the president of the United States, and the Republican Party allowed that to happen. That's why it's absolutely important that we get more candidates running as Republicans to be able to take over the House and stand up for the people of the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to read out a couple of tweets, just in case, you know, a lot of people.
Afar.
Can you give me I mean, if you were close enough, could you give me an idea of how many people attended the president's rally today? Do you have any indication?
Well, it was a few 100,000 people. It was a lot of people there. I mean, like, it was a crazy amount of people. Very impressive.
You think a few 100,000? That's a massive number.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. I mean, we can look on the screen right now and see all of the people who are still here trying to storm the Capitol. So that's just a small percentage of who attended the president's speech. They did a really good job putting on that event.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, we've got Bernie Carrick on the line with us, former NYPD brass. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. As you watch this situation, the president has just told people to be peaceful, to not do any violence. We're still waiting on Bernie to get hooked up here. We'll give him just a few seconds as I'll just talk over some of these pictures until Bernie gets set. But you can see there's a no socialism flag. You can see a number of people stacked up on the steps on Capitol Hill. Again, I mean, it's hard to find you know, some of these images. Most of the people outside seem to be just doing what protesters do. The problems are coming inside. Bernie, the president has said no violence. He has said we need to stop this. What's your take on what's happening here?
Listen, I think the same thing, you know, but I will tell you, you know, I'm here. I was at the rally. I came back from the rally, passed by the Capitol. For the most part, 99% of the people are peaceful. They're protesting. They do what protesters do. They're not engaged in violence. I can't talk for the people that breached the building, got into the building, but I can also tell you this. You know, I'm watching the coverage, and I'm kind of shocked at some of the coverage because from the looks of it to me, you know, we're evacuating the building, where we have the members putting on masks, we have this, we have that. They're acting like it was an armed takeover of the Capitol, and that's nonsense. You had 6 to 10 people that got into the building. Okay, deal with it. But and they shouldn't be there in the first place. I'm not saying they should be there. They should get them out of there. They should, you know, to breach the security of the Capitol is wrong.
Yeah.
To engage in violence is wrong. But from what I've seen on the outside, you know, for the most part, they're peaceful protesters.
I mean, we're looking at a picture right now of security inside the Capitol with their guns drawn, and I'd give anything to have that story of why that had to happen. There were people shot. We had a picture of holes in a wall. I mean, I assume, I would hope that somebody that got inside of there actually had a gun to justify a photograph in a moment like that.
You know what? That's a really good point, because the one thing I haven't heard is about anybody being armed in the Capitol. So I've seen that picture. I've heard about other scenarios where the Capitol Police have drawn their weapons. You know, I'd like to see why, because I just don't think things match up. But that I'll leave it as is. You know, I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback. I'm not there.
Right.
But I can tell you, based on what I saw personally, it's extremely peaceful. You have hundreds of thousands of people here, hundreds of thousands, and it's been extremely peaceful from the time I left the rally with the president and the mayor.
These are people. Okay, apparently, the producer tells me these are people being detained that made their way into the Capitol building. But again, I don't want to sound like, you know, MSNBC and CNN right now and say that, you know, it was a mostly peaceful protest that ended with gunshots fired inside the Capitol, because that's not good reporting. The truth of the matter is that a portion of this did get way out of hand, and you had some very provocative people that went from a protest and made their way inside. You know, I'm not going to stand in front of a burning city and say that it was a mostly peaceful protest because I have a political ideology, because that's BS, and that's not good reporting.
I apologize if I got to. It just seems like that tear gas, it just absolutely is choking. And of course, we're not geared up like a lot of these. You know, you see these Antifas and you see these protesters. They come with the mask and the gas face protectors. We don't have that. We don't have that at all. So we're very open to taking all of that straight on. It's 5:23 here on the East Coast. Welcome. If you're just now joining us, we're still live at Capitol Hill, here in our nation's capital, as it's been a very eventful day here, as today was a day that basically Congress would meet. They would go over the electoral votes, and hopefully at that point would protest the states that are contested, and would disregard those electors, and we'd go a different path to a presidency. But that did not happen today. Those events were stopped by what you're seeing now, massive rally here at the Capitol, and they did breach inside the Capitol, and we have a report that one girl was shot in the neck. Have seen eyewitness video of this that's been circulating, so I don't have an age, don't have a name certainly, but one person was shot inside the Capitol, and I can only guess that we've had some arrests here so far today. I can't imagine that no one has been arrested yet, but just a very disturbing scene here on Capitol Hill. And to think that we were standing in the very spot where President Trump and every president before him was inaugurated. It's unimaginable that happened in the same spot where President Trump was going. Okay,